I'm making a cocktail for every NFL football team, and today I'm making the New York Sour for the New York Giants. The original whiskey sour dates back to 1862, but the New York Sour dates back to 1934, which first appeared in Mr. Boston's Bartender's Guide. So the first New York Sour is thought to be made in Chicago by the name Continental Sour, but it gained its popularity in New York, so everybody knows it as a New York Sour today. So because it goes by the name of New York Sour and it gained its popularity in New York, I thought it would be very fitting for the New York Giants for this to be their cocktail. All right, so let's build the cocktail. So we're going to start off with 1 ounce of lemon juice. One ounce of lemon juice. We're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of simple. And so this is optional, you don't have to, but I'm going to be putting 1 egg white in here. My whiskey of choice is going to be a rye whiskey, Rittenhouse rye. This is 100 proof and it's bottled in bond. This is a great quality rye, something that you shouldn't feel guilty about mixing with. You can drink it neat on the rocks. This is one of my favorite ryes to make cocktails with. So I'm going to use 2 ounces of this. So last but not least, this is also another option is, at this point you should know, let me step away real quick. So at this point, you should guess I'm going to be putting bitters somewhere in my cocktail. So I'm going to be using my house bitters for this. These house bitters go perfect with classic cocktails, and this is definitely a classic. This is probably one of the oldest American-invented cocktails that that's on record. So we're going to do 2 dashes of bitters. And so because there's egg white in there, you're going to want to be careful when you're shaking it because this thing can explode. Not that it's going to explode in a dangerous way, but definitely is not fun to make a mess with. So I'm going to be shaking this pretty vigorously so we can get a foam. We're going to put a rock there, and so to get the best foam effect, you're going to want to let this settle for a little bit, let the cocktail itself and the foam separate. So with a little bit of filming magic, we're going to cut to the settlement. Okay, I think that's good enough. What do you think?
Sure.
So I'm going to be using 1 ounce of wine to top this off with. And I'm going to try my best not to screw this up. All right. So I guess it takes a little while for it to form, but all right, I guess that's it.
Pretty cool.
Right? I thought it was pretty cool. All right, so now time for the taste test. Come on, baby.
I'm coming.
Now because I made this one, where are you going? Oh my gosh. So now that I made this one, and I feel like this is beautiful, I'm going to let you try it first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm a gentleman.
This is interesting.
Ladies first. Full disclosure, I've never made these. I've never had one.
What?
Is it?
Yeah, wow.
I've never made one before.
I was not expecting it to taste like that. It's not as
Ooh,
like
that's
wine
nice.
forward as I thought.
No, not at all. It's like a very fruity.
It's a velvety.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
the wine comes off more fruity than anything. With the lemon in there, it's actually really nice.
That's what I like, the lemon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show. I don't know if you can see on top, but it looks cool on top too.
The little swirls.
And I like the level. That's crazy. I
That's
didn't think
really
I was
good.
gonna like that.
That's better than I thought it would. Now, I do think that it needed the rye whiskey because if you went with bourbon, I think it would have been a little bit too subtle. I think the rye really shows through because it has a lot going on. So I think you needed a spirit that can actually hold up to that. But
Bourbon would be like sweeter.
this is my first time ever making one. I think it's beautiful. The layers on it.
I'm surprised I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had plenty of normal, original whiskey sours, but I've never had a New York sour.
I thought it would be way more. I know it's only an ounce of wine, but I thought it would be
It would
way
show more.
stronger of a taste. Yeah, it would show.
Yeah,
more.
like you would taste like a first sip of wine, and then you'd be like, okay, then the cocktail. But
That's
it
kinda
actually,
cool.
yeah, it actually works. It complements each other really well.
Usually, I kind of like try drinks beforehand, but we both never tried this one.
Yeah, I just went off of a.
So I kind of
I
like
should probably give credit to whoever it was. Something Allen. I wish I.
something Allen, like
yeah,
the name
Yeah, the name.
of the guy who
This is
created
the,
it.
No. The history behind it. No one really knows who created it. It did first appear in that one Mr. Boston's Bartender's Guide.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's the first time it was printed, but I'm sure that cocktail was like around before that recipe book. But that's the first time it ever showed on print. So
Yeah, it's really good.
that's really good. That's dangerous, right? Top it off with more alcohol.
I'm surprised I like that.
Yeah, me too. There you have it. That's the New York Sour for the New York Giants. And if you don't see your team, stay tuned. I'm going to be posting every single NFL football team.